What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Unofficial Official Podcast, episode 2. Let's get into it. Today's topic is that one ex. Okay, get into it. We're gonna speak on the cycle of being that one ex. Here are some examples, and hopefully it makes sense to you, okay? So we have Ashanti and Nelly, and then we have Nelly's ex, Shantel, Miss Jackson. Y'all know her as Miss Jackson, I feel like, all right? Then we have Armand, Reginae, and then his ex, Essie. And then we're going to include in there DDG, Halle, and Ruby Rose, all right? So here's one thing. I'm going to go ahead and point it out to you, okay? So DDG, Nelly, and Armand moved on to females like Halle, Reginae, and Ashanti, okay? And then I'm not going to say compared to the ex, but then you look at the exes, it's Ruby Rose, Essie, and Miss Jackson. You know, that right there makes you that one ex. I'm sorry, no offense to you, but you just become that one ex. It's not a bad thing, I promise. It's just like, you got a lot to deal with because the fans, it'd be more the fans than anything. But the fans will make you that one ex, okay? Because here's the cycle, y'all. I got it in stages, okay? So the first thing that happens, and I'm like, they're just like us. The ex is just like us, and they're on social media. And then they see their ex done moved on. Because I'm pretty sure your ex ain't sending you a special text or giving you a special phone call saying, hey, I've moved on. Like, I'm in a relationship. No. You're finding out the same time as us on social media. And I'm gonna be honest, that's probably painful to watch. Like, you sitting here living your best life, and but that's still your ex. So seeing them move on, even if you like, there's no feelings left there, you probably like, okay, there. And then seeing who they move on to, I think that's the thing. That's how you become that one ex. Like, it's okay for your ex to move on. But when they moving on to a Reginae or a Halle or a Shanti, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? That's really that moment you're like, wow. Like, no offense to the ex though, because they're good looking. It's not even about beauty. You just know their status. You're like, oh, they bosses, and you just like, okay, all right. But that's stage one, so they find out at the same time as us. And so that's that stage, right? But then the fans add the fuel to the fire. Like, they start the fire for real. Because then they just like, hey, remember who they was with before that? Remember that one ex? And then you just like, excuse me? Like, how I get brought up in this conversation? It's like, how am I the one being brought up? Like, they happy and I'm good over here. But we gonna bring you up anyways. That's really what they be giving with these fans. We gonna bring you up anyways. But then the ex, they respond. Sometimes they respond to comments. It's a tweet. It's a video. It's something that gets something started. And people that's like, oh, you're bitter. You still miss your ex. That's really what happens. Because, usually when like an ex responds, it don't be to the fans. It really be throwing shade. Sometimes they really do be throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? It's like, excuse you? Like, where did this hatred come from all of a sudden? But I'm going to give y'all an example. I think with Ashanti, Nelly, and Miss Jackson, I think she just happened to she found out they was talking just like us. She was brought back up into the conversations. I think hers might have been a TikTok she did, and people just did not like the TikTok. People felt like she was, or just certain things she do. Like, she still posts on her Shoe Gummy page, and some of the captions people just don't be liking. Like, hers is her captions and her TikToks. People don't be liking that, and they be like, like, you're doing too much. You still miss the man. You want to be like Ashanti so bad. So that's her, that's where I be like, dang, I really do feel bad for you, sis, because you really just probably trying to live your best life, but that one tweet or whatever you done started something. And then with Essie, hers was tweets. I think some of hers was tweets. I don't feel like it would, just be like certain tweets, and then people like, oh, you trying to say this about him, and you trying to be bitter. And she goes with Armand Reginae. So, like, she would tweet, and them tweets sometimes really get you in trouble, even if you didn't mean it like that, okay? So it was the tweets, and then it was also like a video. Hers was a video because her and Armand have a daughter together. I think at one point, okay, at first, she would like go with her daughter to see, her dad. So she would be with him every time. So this time she dropped her daughter off, and picked her daughter up. Her daughter's hair wasn't done because, he's like a guy. It was like his first time without her present. So she did a whole YouTube video basically like, not necessarily bashing, but like, my daughter's hair should have been done. This was wrong. And people just did not like that. People were like, excuse me? Like, what was the point of this video? And then what didn't help her is her family also got on Twitter bashing her ex. So that whole thing happened, okay? And even I think, and then with Ruby, hers might have been her saying she missed DDG. That was that. But the third stage, I don't think y'all ready for it. But it's basically okay, yeah, so the fans add the ammunition is the second stage. The ex responding back is the third stage. The fourth stage, the fans battle it out, okay? Because, both people have fans. Because I'm talking about celebrities. Like, I'm talking about people with status. Not even necessarily celebrity, but people with status. So, you eventually have, like, the fans going back and forth, them stalking each other pages. And it's like, y'all not even a couple and y'all not the ex. Like, how did y'all bring yourself into the relationship? And it just be a lot of back and forth, rumors getting started, and just a lot of hatred on both sides. And here's the thing, I really do be feeling bad because, in terms of like, the ex that moved on, they in a relationship, they living their best life. They really not worried about what's going on social media. And then it's the ex where it's really like, I don't think they be trying to focus, but it's like all your attention is being brought to it because you getting tagged and subtweeting. You like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Be like 6 months later and it's still going on. Like, how am I still being bought into this stuff? I think even with Shantel, it's crazy because it was Thanksgiving. She had posted her mac and cheese. And like, people was bringing Nelly up in the comments. And I just know she was mad. Like, why are you bringing Nelly up? And it's like, like, y'all see what I'm saying? Oh, I see why Nelly left now. That be the fans beefing. Like, why are y'all doing this in her comments? So that whole thing, and she had made like a whole video responding to that. So, and she responded to comments, pinned certain comments. People won't feeling it, bro. That's another thing that get y'all in trouble is the pinned comments. The ex posts a pinned comment and, pins a comment, and I'm like, why'd you pin that comment? Like, y'all see where the trouble gets started, okay, right? Stage 5, eventually, time later, like, time. Okay, give it a couple more months. You will eventually become not a subject anymore, not like a necessarily topic, Like, people can freely, I feel like, bring up DDG and Halle now and exclude Ruby Rose. People can, Ashanti and Nelly and Miss Jackson, you're still, like, a little bit relevant. I'm sorry, okay? Then with Armand and Reginae, Essie's pretty much like a, they don't bring her up anymore. It's been a few months. And I'm like, dang, I feel like it's just the cycle of the ex. Like, or being that one ex, I really do be feeling bad because I'm like, dang. Imagine you dated someone, you was in love, y'all had y'all moment, y'all broke up, and you did not, you expect them to move on, right? But then when they move on to somebody like this and people go crazy and you're just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I feel like it's more so 70% of the time, though, it's the female. It's the boys out there, too, that be bitter and stuff. I'm not going to say that females are bitter, though, you know what I'm saying? But they just get bought into it. You're just like, dang. So, yeah, I just really had to talk about it. How do y'all feel, though? Do y'all feel like it be the fans or the exes that actually, start the drama? Because I know it's some exes that really do be bitter and be tweeting stuff, and you're like, why are you tweeting that? Or why tweet that now? So I do know sometimes it be the exes, but sometimes the fans are just as crazy and really out here tagging them like, this what you had, but you don't got it no more. So yeah, that was today's topic. It's not meant to be like nothing like mean or against nobody. I was just like, yo, this is a cycle. Like, it's always that one ex that really gotta go through this. But yeah, that's the vibes for this video. Hope y'all tune in. Hope y'all enjoyed. And also go catch episode 1. More episodes coming soon. Y'all know the vibes. Deuces.